What you're about to watch is part of an online training that I do twice a month inside my Movement Makers program, where I coach entrepreneurs like you how to build an online movement, how to make money from it, and use it to make a huge impact on the world. Enjoy. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see all these smiling, beautiful, amazing faces. I'm super pumped to have you guys here. There's a bunch of repeat faces, some new faces as well. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Movement Makers family. Let's dive in. Today, we've got a super exciting topic. I'm going to share my screen. The how, combining all of your passions. This is a very, 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 very important topic. This is how you stand out. This is how you differentiate yourself from everybody out there who looks like you. If you feel like you're in a saturated market, everybody's already doing what you're doing. This is the secret. I'm not just hyping this up. I'm genuinely so excited to talk about this with you guys today, because when we figure this out, you become untouchable. This is how you will stand out in your market. Okay, so context. So the idea here is, let's circle back to the topic of the and. How do you do everything together? How do you figure out your how and take your multiple interests and combine them? I first got introduced to this idea through a book called Built to Last. Back when the only way I was learning was from books, this was one book that really had a big impact on me. It's by Jim Collins. It's a little dated, but still super helpful, where he looked at companies that have lasted, I believe, 100 plus years. They've been around for a long time, where most companies fail, shut down, transition, get acquired. What are the companies that have lasted 100 years? And what are the things that help make them succeed and win over a long period of time? And my favorite concept from the whole thing, because there's yes vision and all the stuff that we're kind of used to, and I love that. But the unique idea here was, he calls it embracing the genius of the and. So just to read a quick highlight from the book, instead of being oppressed by the tyranny of the or, highly visionary companies liberate with the genius of the and, the ability to embrace both extremes of a number of dimensions at the same time. Instead of choosing A or B, they figure out a way to have both A and B. And this is the advice that I give so often to entrepreneurs. If you're passionate about X and you're passionate about Y, people often think, well, how do I pick? Do I do X or Y? And the answer is to do both, X and Y. But the key thing is, it's not X and Y as separate businesses. It's X and Y together. You're the first to bring X and Y together. Two seemingly different, crazy ideas that others might say, how are you going to mix those two things together? That's crazy. You're the crazy one who's going to actually make it happen. And that's how you stand out and you're unique. So if you've got two different ideas or three different ideas and you're equally passionate about all of them, if you just pick one idea, what ends up happening is you miss on the other stuff. Like, I wish I could be doing that. You start daydreaming about the other idea. And you'll never win at just this one thing, because there's other people who are way more passionate about that just one thing. And so you're going up against those people and you're likely going to lose. But when you can combine those two things together, one, you don't live a life of regret wishing you had done something on that. And two, it makes you unique that nobody else is combining it in the way that you're combining it. This is how we start to stand out. But that's the concept. So it's not just picking one or the other, it's both, but not two separate businesses. One business smushed together, be the first. James Altucher calls it idea sex. So, you know, James Altucher, would have had him on the channel a couple of times. But you have one idea and you've got another idea and they have sex together and then you got this baby pop out. That's you. So you're taking those things and you smush them together to create the idea sex. That's your business. That's how you stand out. That's your uniqueness. Okay. So this is the first time that I ever found out about it. I don't remember what year I read this book, but it really stuck with me. Again, the book is fantastic, but that was the biggest concept. This is not a new idea though. So this has been talked about for a while. This is F. Scott Fitzgerald, who wrote The Great Gatsby and other great books. He said the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. So you're taking two different things that seem opposite, but they're actually not, if you can figure out how to smush them together. Where most people just live in the black and white, and the entrepreneurs are the ones who do a great job of seeing things that other people don't see. So do you go, do you prioritize speed or do you prioritize efficiency? Well, both in different contexts. You need both, right? Do you work in the business or you work on the business? Both. You have to do both. You can't just focus on one. But it's in that combination that hurts most people's brains. That's where you actually win. That's where you actually stand out. It's just applying the right context. This is an older idea. Like, this is yin yang. This isn't anything that's like super brand new. This has been around for centuries. If we apply the yin yang of opposite energies, you have to have both, right? You can't just be all one energy and not the other one. You need both. And I found this pretty cool graphic that tried to apply the yin yang concept to building a business. So there's just a few of them here, right? So for growth, do we focus on efficiency or venturing and speed? Well, both. Working in your business or on your business? Both. Do we adapt to change or create change? Both, right? Like, look at what's happened in the past year. You've had to adapt to a lot of change. Most likely, you've had to adapt to a ton of change, but that doesn't mean you stop creating change. So it's both. These feel like they are opposite. When you look at them, by the definition, they're opposites. And it's being able to hold both ideas in your mind and then go off and do both. So it's holding both of your ideas, your business concepts in your mind, if you're equally passionate about them, that make you unique, because all of us are multi-passionate, multi-interested. And instead of just having this one thing here that's a hobby or some side project, how can you inject that into your business that you're the only one doing it? And other people who are like you, who love that, they're going to gravitate to you because you're the only one doing it. Patricia's going to put this on your wall. All right, go for it. I love it. Salsa dance studio. Yeah, I mean, what am I? I'm a salsa dancer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a thought leader. I'm an author. I play League of Legends. Like, I'm all of it. I do all of that. And it's all combined, right? And so depending on the context, today I'm going to be doing, Thursday is my public facing day, right? So after this, it's just all day interviews and podcasts and IG lives to spread the message. And depending on what show I'm going on, the message is slightly different. I've gone on shows just talking about YouTube, and I've gone on shows just talking about entrepreneurship, and I've gone on shows just talking about thought leadership. I've gone on shows to talk about my salsa business. I've gone on shows talking about baseball, which is a huge passion of mine growing up. I've gone on shows talking about gaming and League of Legends, right? All of it. That's all Evan Carmichael. And that's what makes me special, unique, stand out. And so when you feel like you have to hide a certain part of yourself, you're not just burying that piece publicly, but you bury it inside you, where it's like, okay, I can't share this about myself. I can't. You're disrespecting yourself, as opposed to saying, no, this is me. This is what I'm all about. This is what I love doing. I mean, I'm looking at Edge, and he's got some football posters or something behind him on the wall that means something to him. There he goes. He's got newspaper articles, and like, that's all part of the story, right? That's great. So all of you, it's the same thing. You've got this background, you've got interests, and I want you to bring that into your business that actually makes you unique and makes you stand out, because it connects me to you much more on a human level, and you'll attract much more targeted people who love you for you. We've all got these pieces of us, but we hide it and we don't show it, and we're afraid to show it, and we don't acknowledge it, where that's actually going to be the thing that connects people to you. And again, like, the key thing that people miss is it's combined. It's not running 5 businesses at the same time that are all separate. It's smushing them together. The idea is sex. It's one business, combining those things together. If you want to watch the full version of this video, as well as train live with me twice a month to help you build your movement and be around some other amazing people just like you, check out my Movement Makers program. The link to join is right there next to me. Can't wait to see you there. Continue to believe and go join.